Hi everyone, it's Faye and Kev, and we are two naturists from the United Kingdom, and this is our first ever video diary. So this week we are exploring Fueturventura. Situated in the Canary Islands, Fueturventura is the second largest of the Canaries, enjoying a temperate climate all year long, and is only 4 hours flight from the UK.
After collecting our hire car from the Lanzarote airport, we made our way south to catch the ferry to Fueturventura. The car hire company we've used a few times is called Cicar, and we've never had a problem.
So we just wanted to show you what it's like when you actually board the ferry with the car, because it can be a little bit daunting, but there's plenty of people directing you, and luckily I had Kev to drive, which made it a lot easier on me. The ferry crossing was lovely and smooth. It takes about half an hour to get across to Fueturventura, and you get to look at the lovely landscape of Lanzarote as you leave.
After arriving in the north of the island after a quick ferry ride, we made our way south to the village called Ginginamar, and it's a small, quiet town, very low occupancy, and we definitely recommend a restaurant called Chirate. We had a great meal there and the staff were fantastic.
The next morning we set off to our first beach on the list, which was only about 20 minutes away. This is our second day. We just arrived yesterday. We landed in Lanzarote actually, and then got the ferry across with our car. And this morning we have decided that we're going to come to the Esmeralda Beach. Mainly because it's such a beautiful beach, but also because it is a nudist. And you can see that we've already decided to take our clothes off. I'll give you a little snapshot of the beach behind me there. Not too many nudists at the moment. We've decided to grab hold of one of these little rock shelters, mainly because it's quite windy as well. But we have seen a few people. It's maybe about 5 to 10%.
But it's still early morning and it's getting busy, so it'll probably maybe be 10% soon.
We've got our umbrella up too because we got a little bit burnt yesterday just walking around, so I think it's probably a good idea to have a bit of shade. And as you can see, it's very windy. You probably can't hear me very well, but we'll try and give you as much information as we can over our time in Fueturventura. So this is where we parked, next to the Playa Esmeralda Hotel. We could have parked a little bit closer to the beach, which would have saved us about a 10-minute walk. So this is our second beach of the day, which is Playa de Fueturventura de Jardinia. It's very windy. We've upgraded to a bit of a half a tent, but it's blown over a few times. We've had to move several times. We were first right down the front of the beach and it got blown over. So we moved back to the sand dunes, which are all around. And then we've just kept hopping a bit further when a better space comes available. And I'd say there's a lot less nudists on this beach, although they might be hiding further down the other end. I've only maybe seen about 5 people, and that might even include us. So maybe we've come at the wrong time of day, or maybe we're just in the wrong part. But it's a beautiful beach nonetheless. I'll take some videos to show what it looks like. Like a lot of the beaches on Fueturventura, you can see it is huge. So there's usually red flags around because the seas are quite rough. There are lifeguards on some of the beaches, but not all, so just be aware of that.
The third beach we had to visit was called Playa Kev, located in the southwest coast within the national park. This secluded beach was a must on our bucket list.
Heading down to Cetti Beach, you can see that it is quite a small track, and there are cars coming the other way as well, so please do be careful. It is very bumpy and it does take a long time, so don't rush it when you are going down there. We had watched a few other videos attempting this road down, so we were very well prepared for what we faced to get to the beach. Hey guys! Probably can't hear us, it's too loud. Thought we were coming to another nudist beach, but there's no one. There's lots of people, just no one. So we might not be doing that today. Unless we find somewhere else on the way back.
Stop on somewhere else. One on the way back, so we may.
Yeah, some really nice beaches. This is quite a difficult one to come to. The drive is quite bad. But
The road's like an off-road, it's quite bumpy in places. It takes about 45 minutes. But it's worth it, it's worth coming. The views are excellent, so
Yeah.
look down the beach.
I'll show you the beach. So I thought I'd just show you actually how incredible this beach is. It's absolutely huge. It's 12 kilometers long, so you could easily space yourself out well away from anyone else. Look at those mountains. They just slope straight down dramatically into the sea, creating this huge beach. And there, just in the distance, that's where the cars start to come down. And like we said, it takes a long time, so just give yourself plenty of time to get right the way down here to the car park. Just another thing to mention, just because these beaches are so big and isolated on Fueturventura, just make sure you've got enough battery on your mobile phone just in case. Bring an umbrella because there is no shade whatsoever. So an umbrella or a tent, you're definitely going to need that. So we're just leaving Cetti Beach. Just one point that I think is a wise thing to do is not to park on the sand, because we just had to dig the car out so we could actually leave. So that was great fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, we dug the front wheels out.
Tried, and it just dug itself back in again, and then we had to dig and dig and dig, and eventually Kev has got strong muscles, so we managed to push the car out. So we're just heading back up the dirt track now.
Back on the concrete, not the sand.
Yeah, that's tip number 1 for Cetti Beach. So when we got to Cetti Beach today, I had heard it was a nudist beach, but you might have had to walk quite far down the beach to find those areas, and we just wanted to plant ourselves directly in front of the car park, walk down, get settled, and there was like no one had their clothes out at all. And then a little bit later in the day, a couple laid next to us. They must have got the vibe from us that we like to take our clothes off on the beach. He stripped fully off, and she had her top off, as did I, and then Kev also decided to go fully nude and went in the sea too, so that was fun to watch. But unfortunately for you guys, I didn't get a video, so you might have to wait until beach number 4 to get that.
Here we are heading down to the beach called La Pared. Short walk downhill, easy access for all. Upon arriving towards the sand, you'll be surprised how beautiful it really does look. So it's definitely worth a visit, guys. The sea and the beach just is absolutely something you've got to see. There were some nudists and some in beachwear, but it wasn't an issue. The whole beach was just a place you've got to visit. It's one of those areas that it's worth coming to have a look at.
So after a steep descent down onto La Pared Beach, we found a spot and decided to have a little look around. Something you've got to try on the Canary Islands is a barraquito coffee. It is amazing.
Our stay in South Ventura had come to an end, so it was time to head north to the sand dunes of Corralejo.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you this beautiful place that we managed to find on Airbnb. This is the living room and the kitchen, and the bedroom's back there. There's Kev having his afternoon beer, reading a book. What are you reading, Kev?
How to Survive the Savage Seas.
Ooh, I'll have to give that one a go when you finish with it. And we also get this fantastic view. So this is Atlanta Gardens in Corralejo, and I will put a link in the description below if you do fancy staying here.
Parking on the road next to the sand dunes, there's always plenty of spaces. Just make sure you take everything down to the beach with you, because it can be a little bit of a walk. As you can see, the dunes are pretty huge, spanning over 26 kilometres.
Just another little tip, just be careful walking past all of this vegetation because it is very prickly. So if you are going to visit the beaches at Corralejo, you'll want to go to the left of the Big Rio Hotel, walk down the beach for maybe about 5-10 minutes, and you'll find a little sort of cove area, and that's where the nudist area is. We really enjoyed our time on this beach. We went back 2 days and we found that similar people or the same people were there both times, and we sort of stuck to our little areas that we'd sort of held on to for those 2 days. So that was quite unique, but we just love how freeing it is to be nude and outside, and that we can both do it together. So that's probably one of the main takeaways that we got from this beach. Really chilled, plenty of nude people and plenty of space to move around as well. As well as finding the nude area on the beach, we also wanted to check out the little bar, so that's where we were heading first of all. So that's enough time showing you the beach. Now it is time to take our clothes off and enjoy the sun on our bodies. time in Fueturventura has come to an end, sadly, but we're going to Lanzarote for a week. So you can follow on the next video to see what we get up to there. And if you do like our videos, you can like, subscribe, and then you'll get notifications when we go to our next locations. See you in Lanzarote.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.